So slowly we will be starting. Hello, Gosia. And we will start
Hello.
by lying down today. So lie down, separate your feet a little bit wider than the hips. And allow your knees to meet at the center. So knees come in to touch. Place your head down and place your palms onto your stomach. Refine your breath. I will repeat again, this practice is all about easing into the journey and our practice. Find yourself on the mat, center yourself, breathe deeply. Please, today don't feel pressure to go hard. If your spirit is feeling soft, there is no rush today. Experiment with the rest as a power. The magic and healing of the practice is in the slowing down. Already start to slow down your breath. And also receive the breath through the touch of your palms. So you can feel as the belly rises with every breath in. And as your belly falls and collapses with every breath out. Watch your breath slowly, making each breath tasty and satisfying. As you breathe in, fill your lungs and belly with air. As you breathe out, empty your chest and your belly. Soften your face. Celebrating the quality of ease. And let's open the eyes. Bring your knees closer to your chest and place each hand on your one kneecap. Right hand on the right kneecap, left hand on the left. Slowly spread your knees apart, away from each other. Notice how it decompresses your lumbar spine, opening the inner legs, the groins, and then start to make circles. So bring your knees in to touch and then open them wide. Move in the circular motion. And don't worry if you go to one direction, because soon we will reverse direction. Finish with the last circle and then reverse direction to the opposite one. This is perfect massage for lumbar spine and your sacrum. Remind yourself to go soft. Then take your knees to the center to touch and bring your knees over to the left side. Bend your right elbow and anchor your right elbow, right shoulder down. This is the twist, but actually it is also a perfect chest opener. Breathe into the right side corner of your lungs. Keep your chest nicely open. Move back to the center, knees to the chest. Exhale, drop your knees over to the right side and send your left elbow wide to the left. Finding twist, but also a nice feeling of opening in your chest. The collarbone is smiling with the opening. Keep softening your jaw, your face. One more full cycle of breath. And come back to the center. Take your knees in once again, but this time roll a little bit backward and forward to sit. Take your time, and when you are seated, cross your legs in front of you. So simple crossed. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Doesn't matter how low you get. You can be even halfway down or just gently lean forward. Try to keep your sitting bones heavy. Think about lengthening and stretching the back of the spine, chest away from your hips. Gently tuck your chin in to keep the back of the neck long. Inhale, come back to the center, and now we will move a little bit dynamically with the twist. So breathe in, arms up, lengthen. Breathe out, twist to the right. Left hand on the right knee, look behind you. Breathe in, come back through the center, arms up. Breathe out, twist to the left, look behind the left shoulder. 2 more times like this. Breathe in, dance with your breath. Exhale, so this is true vinyasa when you link the breath with the movement. Inhale, rise your arms up. Exhale, twist over to the left. 1 more time, each side. Follow your breaths. Exhale, you twist. Inhale back to the center. Feel the energy going through the fingers upward. Exhale, twist. And then come back to the center, arms up. Drop the fingers behind you. Uncross your legs and cross in the opposite direction, the other shin on the front. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fall down so that we can open our hips evenly. Allow your sitting bones to stay heavy. Lengthen the spine. Soften the back of the neck. If you allow your neck to accumulate tension, it will certainly do that. So remind yourself as often as you can to soften the neck. It is a big place of tension. Walk your hands in, come back to the cross-legged seated position, and then roll through the legs to all fours. Hands forward, step your legs back, and find yourself in the center of the mat. Stack your shoulders over your wrist, knees as wide as your hips. Breathing open to the cow pose, spread the collarbones. Exhale, round the spine to the cat shape. Stay soft in all the sensations. Breathe in, open up, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose, round the spine, push down through the fingers, hollow your front body. 1 more time, breathe in, open up, the chest goes slow, linger on every place. Exhale, not downward facing dog, the cat pose. And then move to the child pose. Step your knees a little bit wider than your hips. Bring the big toes together and sit your hips to heels. Lower your forehead down. Let's open a little bit through the shoulders. If you can, bend your elbows. Join the palms together. And maybe you even can take your fingers close to the base of your neck. Go as far as you can. This will be a nice stretch for your triceps as well. Find 3 more breaths. Make your breath louder than the thinking mind. Don't go hard on yourself. Don't judge. Accept whatever there is on your yoga mat today. Reach your hands forward, roll forward, spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes under, exhale first, downward facing dog. Take time to move around, bend one knee, then the other. Press down through the fingers. I think I cannot emphasize it more. It's super important. Fingers and knuckles pressed down. Maybe even gently lift your wrists like a micro lift. Stretch your right leg up, but keep your hips squared. Tense your right side of the glutes. And then step the right foot forward between your hands. Drop your left knee down, low lunge. Breathe in, lift your arms up, and at first be a little bit more square in this lunge. Engage the left side glutes, squeeze it in. Breathe in, lengthen, keep lower ribs above your pubic bone, ribs gently in. If you feel that it's okay for you, drop your hips a little bit lower. Find the breath. Feel that you are lengthening throughout the torso, throughout the back body. Send the energy up through the fingers. Come back up. Drop your fingers down and pivot your left shin to the right. Anchor your right forearm onto the right thigh, and maybe you can drop the hips a little bit more forward, but if this is difficult, you can also stay more square with right knee above the ankle. So go where it feels good, and let's add some circular motion with your left arm. With each circle, find more and more opening. Soft and ease quality everywhere you can. And then extend for 3 breaths the left arm over the head. Long left side body. Maintain rhythmic breath. And then come back up. Drop your hands down. Pivot your left shin right where it was. So point the left toes backward and straight the right leg. If you need to, you can heel your squeeze your right foot a little bit more forward. Keep the right leg straight. Maybe fold a little bit deeper over the leg, but by all means try to keep a long spine. Remember to release each side of your neck. Send your sitting bones backward, even more to feel the stretch in your right hamstrings. And then bend the right knee again. Let's have one more shape here to engage the strength of our left gluteus medius. Let's lift ourselves up, cactus your arms, and maybe for about 3 breaths, you could hover the right foot up just to work for balance with your left glutes. If this is too much, you can hold the wall with your right hand, or if you are collapsing, just play with it. Don't go hard on yourself. Do your best with this balance. One more breath. And then step your right foot down, step your hands down. Switch to downward facing dog again. Pedal it out. Bend one knee, then the other. And downward facing dog, it's all about lengthening your spine. So straightening the legs is secondary. If you need to keep your knees bent, keep them bent. Let's switch sides. So left leg up, keep your hips square, squeeze your left side glutes. Exhale, step the left foot forward between your hands, drop your right knee down. Inhale, lift your arms up. At first, start a little bit more square, 90-degree angle, and then engage the left side glutes, press down and back through your left heel. You can stay here or start to lean more forward, hips a bit lower. Keep on lengthening. And then drop your fingers down, sway your right shin to the left, place your left forearm on your left thigh, lean a little bit more forward and start to create circular motion with your right arm. Experience this freedom across your chest. Keep your face soft, maybe even smile from time to time a little bit. This will send a nice signal to your brain as well. And then extend your right arm over the head, stretching one big line on your right side body. Keep your right elbow straight. One more full breathe in. Full breathe out through the nose. And then come back to the center, hands down. Step your right shin towards the back of the mat. Straight your left leg, point your toes towards your face. Maybe shimmy your left foot a little bit more forward. Finding half split, half Hanumanasana. Breathing ease into every corner of your being. And then slowly bend your left knee, come back to low lunge. Maybe square it a little bit more, balance on your right shin. Lift your left foot up. Find one drishti point to look at. And of course, you can experience some turbulences, like me as well, but try to do your best to hold for one more cycle of breath. And then step your left foot down, step your hands down, and this time just slide your left foot backward. Remember not to dump onto your shoulders when you are in all-fours or your plank pose. So you would like to push away from your hands so your shoulders lift a little bit. It's not too much of protraction. You are not doing a cat pose, but you are somewhere in the middle between cat and cow. So press the hands, do not dump into your shoulders, and then sway your body forward. Start to bend the elbows, point the elbows backward, create a shelf like chaturanga, and then slowly lower your belly and hips down. Keep the tops of your feet down on the mat. Press your pubic bone down to the mat. Squeeze the glutes. As you inhale, lift your chest. Keep your neck long. Look down. Exhale, roll down. Forehead on the ground. Breathe in, lift your chest. Shoulders away from your ears. Long back of the neck. Exhale, roll down. One more time to the cobra. Breathe in, strong legs. Open the front body, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lower down. And this time, inhale, straight your arms. Move on to your knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep pressing your fingers. Let's stay for about 3 cycles of breaths here. Each breath, remind yourself to arrive fully here and now. Lift your heels and on your tippy toes, walk to the top of the mat. Not too fast, slowly, slowly. Inhale for halfway lift. Keep long back of the neck, gentle tuck of the chin in. Exhale, fold down towards your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up. Press the toes down, lift your arms up, lengthen. Exhale, hands through the heart. Now release your hands down. We are at the top of the mat and we will engage our calves a little bit. So lift your heels up, stay on the tippy toes and start to walk to the back of the mat on your tippy toes and then walk to the front of the mat. Engage your calves. Now start to add some rolling of your shoulders here. Roll your shoulders backward. Going even bigger with the motion, so roll also your elbows, like making the cactus circles. Keep walking. And then the whole arms, big circles. And then when you get to the top of the mat, stay there, but keep your heels lifted. One more thing to fire our calves. We will be moving up and down, up and down, up and down. And then cross your right wrist over the left and just shimmy your arms forward, up and down, up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch the crossing of the wrist. Keep moving your heels up and down. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, release. I hope you can feel your calves right now. Stand at the top of the mat. Tadasana, mountain pose. For a moment, close your eyes. And remember as much as you can today to cherish the soft quality of the practice. Of course, we always mix ease and effort in yoga, but allow the ease to win a little bit over the effort. Open your eyes, take your arms all the way up, lengthen. Exhale, right hand on the right side body, left arm over the head, side body stretch. One more full breath in. Keep the lower belly gently zipped in as though you are trying to fit into the too little pair of jeans. Lower belly a little bit in and up. And then come back through the center. Inhale. Exhale, switch to the other side. Keep the root lifted. The front of the pelvic floor and the back of the pelvic floor gently lifts up and in. Breathe in all the way up through the center. Exhale, spread your arms a little bit, bend your knees, and then drop the belly onto your thighs. Drop the hands down. Relax the head. Both knees bend, but then try to straighten your right leg only. If you can, do your best. And then straight through the left leg. Bend both knees and try to straighten both legs. Bend both knees again and repeat. Straight the right leg. Keep the left knee bent. Now bend the right knee, straight the left leg. Bend both knees and then try to straighten both legs at the same time. Breathe in, halfway lift, hands onto the shin bones. Breathe out, step your left foot back. And now one option, keep your left hand down and twist to the right. Harder option, can you? Place the left forearm on your right thigh and twist your right arm backward. Look behind, it's only 3 breaths here. Squeeze the sitting bones towards each other to lift the pelvic floor and to connect to your root energy. One more breath. Take a look down, drop your hands down, step to high plank and hold it for 5 counts. Press the hands down, use your fingers a lot. Keep reaching your heels away from the crown and at the same time magnetize the arm bones towards each other. 2, 1. Drop your knees down. Go into all fours and step your fingers outside. So pivot your hands so that the fingers are pointed to the outside, like this, and start to sway gently left and right, left and right. If you are someone who experiences lots of wrist pain during yoga, really try to mindfully use your fingers to press down to the mat. It's as though as you are trying to grip the mat with your fingers. And now point your fingers backward. If this is not possible, bring your hands closer to the knees. It will be much more easier. And start to create circles around your wrists. and to the other direction. And then place your hands normally down on your yoga mat. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg high up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. Inhale, left foot forward, halfway lift, hands on the shin bones, long spine. Exhale, fold down over your legs. Inhale, root to rise, heart all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through the heart. Side body stretch again, arms up, but this time sway your right fingers down the right leg and take your left arm over the head. Remember to keep the energy at the root log, lifting the pelvic floor up, keeping your hips square so that you can move mostly from the side body. Switch sides, inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left arm down the left leg. Tasty breaths, long breaths. Come back through center. And again, flow down. Keep a little bit of back bend sensation as you lower. Drop the hands down. And as always, if you need to bend the knees a little bit. Now keep your right knee bent so much that the belly contacts the thigh. And walk your fingers to the right. Left side body stretch. If you can, straight the left leg. But right knee is allowed to stay bent. Breathe into the left side of your lungs as you stretch the left side. And then walk through center, bend your left knee, straight your right leg. And then stretch the right side body. Walk this right arm as much diagonal as you can. Soften the neck. The neck is loving to accumulate tension, not in the good way. So as always, as you remember to soften the neck, make your head heavy. Walk through the center. Inhale for halfway lift, hands on your shins. Exhale, step your right foot back to the back of the mat. One option, stay here, right fingers down, twist your left arm up, or a little bit harder, place your right forearm on your left thigh and twist your left arm behind. Squeeze the glutes, especially on your right side. Keep the right leg empowered and strong. One more cycle of breath. Come back to the center. Step your left foot back, high plank. Stay for 5 counts. Press through the fingers a lot. Spread the shoulder blades apart so you are protracting your shoulder blades. Keep your collarbone long and open. 2, 1. Drop your knees down. Again, pivot your fingers towards your knees. One more time, let's circle around the wrists. Keep pressing through the fingers. Tuck your toes under and maybe you can lean a little bit more backward, the hips towards your heels. If this is way too much, just bring your hands closer towards your knees. Should be easier that way. Head down, soften the neck. And just for a moment, sit on your heels and connect the back of the palms together like this. And I want you to point your fingers up. And now do your best to straight your elbows. I mean, it's hard to straight them completely, but just a little bit. The more you will try to straight through the elbows, the more stretch will get into your wrists. Fingers pointed up this way. And then release, shake it out. Maybe circle your hands a little bit outside and inside. And then walk your hands forward, step into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot forward between your hands. Inhale, right foot forward, halfway lift, stretch the heart forward. Exhale, head to the knees, fold down. Inhale, rise all the way up, press down through your toes, arms up. Exhale, hands through the heart. Inhale, open your arms wide and start to circle your arms backward, as though you were squeezing the blades towards each other, opening the chest. Pause for a moment, stretch the arms wide as much as you can, open across the heart. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees a little bit and connect the palms in front of you, tuck the chin towards the chest. One more time, inhale, straight your legs, open the palms wide. Exhale, round the spine, connect the hands together. Breathe in, open your arms wide, but then take your arms up. Exhale, fold down. Keep leading with your chest all the way down, nose towards your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step through Surya Namaskara A, through Vinyasa. Step your feet back, lower down. You can take also one extra inhale if you need to. I'm taking easier Chaturanga on my knees. Inhale, maybe Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Remember that always if the practice is too much for you, you can go into the child pose or you can skip vinyasas. Refine your breaths. Press the fingers so much that it seems like you are lengthening your arms. The arm bones are getting longer, the torso is getting longer, sides body is lengthening. Exhale, prepare, gaze gently forward, bend your knees. Inhale, step or jump forward between the hands, lengthen. Exhale, fold down towards your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms up, palms touch above the head. Exhale, hands through the heart. One more time, the same thing, open your arms wide and start to circle your arms backward. It is not a big motion, but as you keep pulsating your arms backward, you feel the squeeze in your blades, strengthening behind the shoulders. Then keep your arms open wide, open across the chest. Exhale, bend your knees slightly, palms touch round the spine, tuck the chin in. One more like this, breathe in, open, get the arms out of your side. Exhale, round the spine, connect the hands, tuck the chin. Inhale, straight your legs, open your arms, but then take your arms up over the head. Exhale, fold down towards your legs, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Urdhva Uttanasana. Exhale, step back, lower down, maybe on the same exhale if you can, to your Chaturanga. Inhale, untuck your toes, lift your heart. Exhale to downward facing dog. Several breaths here. Jumping into the rhythmic breath. The heels are trying to get closer to the mat, but you should never feel that they should, by all means, to touch the mat. It's the most important to lengthen the spine. Keep sending your thighs backward to stretch your hamstrings even more. And now as you exhale, prepare, gently bend your knees, look forward, inhale, step or bounce your way forward. Exhale, fold down towards your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up. Arms up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through the heart. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, take your arms behind you, interlace the fingers, and remember which pinky finger is on the top. Breathe in, open across the chest. Exhale, bend your knees a little bit and place your belly onto your thighs. Keep sending your arms up. And listen, if you cannot connect your fingers together, but you are still interested in opening the shoulders, you can grab a strap or a towel between your hands. Soften the neck. Free your fingers down, bend your knees a little bit more, chair pose, Uttanasana. Stay for 3, 2, 1. Step to downward facing dog. Left foot, right foot back. Inhale, rise your right leg high up. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands, ground your left heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior 1. Take your time, point your right knee forward, same direction as your second and third toe. Keep wrapping the left hip forward, right hip slow, gently back. Anchor the left outer foot down. Inhale 1 more time, and as you exhale, transfer to warrior 2. Open your arms wide. Keep opening your hips. Engage your glutes by magnetizing the heels towards each other. Soften your shoulders, soften your neck and your jaw. And then lower the right forearm onto the right thigh. Sweep your left arm over the head. You can stay here. Always, if you are more advanced, you can drop the fingers towards the floor. But as always, feel what is the best for you today. No rush. Breathe into your left side body. And let's roll through vinyasa. So take a look down, take your left hand down, right hand down. Step to the plank pose, inhale. Exhale, lower down. Remember your vinyasa, it can always be cat and cow. So something that is symmetric. And on exhale, we will meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high up. Exhale, step the left foot forward between your hands, ground your right heel down. Inhale, arms up, warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Keep the stacking of your rib cage over the hips. So make sure you are not flaring your ribs out, but rather try to keep the ribs gently in above your pubic bone. So there is one nice line of energy. Exhale, switch to warrior 2. Keep the same kind of energy at the center, but at the same time, send the energy outward through the reaching out through your hands, reaching out through the left knee. Send your left forearm onto the left thigh, right arm reaching over the head, and let's pause for about 5 breaths here. Right side body long. As always, if you feel urge to deepen the pose, go ahead. I will try to keep it quite soft today. One more cycle of breath. And then take a look down, roll down, hands to frame the left foot, step the left foot back. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, open across the chest, strengthen your legs. Exhale into downward facing dog. Take a moment to reconnect with your breath. And let's squeeze something sweet in between the sequences, so drop your knees down, puppy pose. You can go on your forearms. If your shoulders are quite stiff, you can always widen the elbows to the outside, and you can make your arms more than shoulders width apart. If you are quite open, keep your forearms shoulder width apart or even closer to each other if you can. And you can place any part of your face that feels good. To start with, you can start with forehead. If forehead it is easy, then the cheek or eventually your chin. One day maybe even your throat. But there is no rush. We will stay for about 30 seconds here. Remind yourself to don't feel pressure to go hard. Find a soft spirit today. Experimenting with rest as the biggest power today. And slowly walk your hands back. Come back to all fours. Tuck your toes under and walk to the top of the mat. Get your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift, long spine, neutral spine. Exhale, fold to your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through the heart. Now lift your arms up, lift your left knee up. Find long spine. And we will slowly step it to high lunge. Bend your right knee a little bit, flow your left toes backward, flow your arms backward, left toes touches the mat, sweep your arms up, interlace the fingers and place your hands behind the head. Open across the chest, lean your elbows backward, lean your head backward. At the same time, keep a drishti point to keep you in balance. Look forward, slowly sway your arms down. We will go for three-legged dog. Hands down, kick your right leg behind and up, but bend your right knee and start to make circles with your right knee. If this is too much, you can always lower down onto all fours. 3 more big circles with your right knee. And again, step the right foot forward between your hands, but this time ground the left heel, circle your left arm up and around into warrior two. Send the left arm in front of your chest, right arm over the head, peaceful warrior. Open the right side body. Breathe into the right corners of your lungs. Put your heart up onto the pedestal. Straight your right leg and now send the left arm also to the left side as though you are holding a beach ball or a half moon between your hands. Stretch the right side body as much as you can, and if you would like to make the stretch even bigger, then bend your right elbow and with your right side fingers, hold your left tricep. Move a little bit more to the left. There is not so much of hard work left. Trikonasana A. Stretch your right arm up, keep your right ear close to the right upper arm and slowly start to flow it forward, forward, forward. And then release your right hand onto the right shin, left arm up. Take your Trikonasana triangle shape for about 5 breaths. Make it yours and make it feel amazing. Point your wrist creases forward towards your right toes. Keep your shoulders nicely open. And then look down, roll your left hand down. Step your left foot halfway forward to go into pyramid pose. If this is hard, you can always place your hands onto the right shin. If it's easy, fingers down. Square your hips. Keep sending the softening breaths into your lungs, belly. Soften your face, your jaw. Then step your left foot a little bit more backward and place your left knee down. As I promised to you, the practice will be soft, but there will be one challenge. It is called Vishwamitrasana. We will see how it goes. I will try to guide you step by step, but as always, don't be hard on yourself. We will see how it goes. Left shin to the outside. Take your right hand to the inside of the right leg. And if it will be not possible to go into Vishwamitrasana, you can repeat the pose we did at the beginning. This one with circling our arms. So one option, we are repeating this one. Second option, you can try to tuck your right shoulder underneath your right leg, right hand outside the right heel. Now you can try, can you squeeze the leg around the right tricep so that the right foot will lift? If it will lift off the ground, you can hold the right foot from the pinky toe edge side, and then you try to lengthen the right leg and the head goes through the arm and the leg. Oh yeah, very good. Okay, so I scare you with this one, but actually you are rocking this. And if this is difficult, as always, take it easy. We have 2 more counts, 1 more. If you are in this hard pose, then let go. If you are in the easier option, also let go. Take your hands down, take your right leg back and sit down for a moment. Open your palms, roll your shoulders down and back, close your eyes, and just notice how your body feels. Open your eyes, stay here, but spread your arms wide. Breathe across the chest. Try to go as wide as you can. Feel the strengthening behind your shoulders. And slowly start to take your arms higher. But keep opening the front body, lengthening it too. Always when you back bend, think about lengthening across the spine. One big extension throughout the spine. And then drop the hands down, walk the hands forward, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. And let's move to the other side. So step or jump forward between your hands. Lengthen out. Exhale, fold down. Inhale all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through the heart. Lift your right knee up, sweep your arms up. Find balance. Squeeze the belly in. Slowly step to high lunge. Keep balance. Arms backward, right toes back. Let it land into high lunge, crescent lunge, and interlace the fingers behind your head. Lean a little bit back. Joyful breaths, as though you are opening more and more your body with every breath in. Every breath out grounds you. Sweep your arms up and slowly lower the arms down to frame the left foot. Take your left leg back and up for three-legged dog and then bend the left knee. Keep your shoulders even. Start to make big circles with the left knee. Engage left side glutes. Make it as big as it can be to wake up all the glutes muscles on the left side. Then step your left foot forward between your hands, ground your right heel down, circle your right arm forward, up and around into warrior two. Take your right arm in front of your chest, left arm over your head, go into the peaceful warrior Shanti Virabhadrasana. Keep magnetizing your heels towards each other, strengthen the glutes, open the hips, open the heart. Straight your left leg, keep your left arm up, but also send your right arm up. If this is too much, you can always place the right hand on the right side waist. If you want more though, you can try to bend the left elbow and hold the right tricep with your left fingers. Send your body to the right even more. Strengthen your legs, lift your kneecaps. If you are somebody very flexible and maybe even hyper flexible, then make sure that your legs are not collapsed into the kneecaps. Strengthen your thighs. Strengthen the arches in your feet, lift them up. Now straight your left arm up. Keep your left ear close to the left upper arm and slowly start to take the left arm onto the left shin. Right arm sweeps up. Find Tricomastana ace. Tag right arm over the right shoulder. And as always, if you need to go higher, then hold your thigh even if you need to, or hold your upper shin. If you would like to go lower, you can even touch your ankle or the floor. Take a look down, roll your right arm down, step the right foot just enough to square your hips, left hip slightly back, right hip more forward, lengthen, and remember your pyramid pose can always be on your left shin. If you feel that you have more room, you can settle your hands down. Refine your breaths, soft one. Loving breaths. Every deep breathing is like sending love message to your body. Step the right foot back, settle your right knee down, going to Vishwamitrasana again. I will pivot to your direction so that you can see me. So pivot your right shin to the back, left knee bends. First option, come back to the pose that we started with. Second option, tuck your left shoulder underneath your left thigh, left hand outside the left heel. And maybe you pause here. Maybe it's already difficult and complicated. If it's okay, bend the left knee so much that the left foot can lift, and then with your right hand, hold the outside of the left foot, and maybe we can stretch it out. This one is tricky one, so do your best, but as always, let's not be attached to the fruit of the practice. We can always go soft on ourselves. And wherever you are, soften the shape. Come back onto your knees. So right foot, left knee down, left heel back, and sit onto your heels. Flip your palms up, straight spine. Soften your face. We will start to slow the practice down. Come back to your intention. Finishing with some side body stretches. So open your eyes and sway your hips to the left side. Toes onto the right side of the mat, hips onto the left. Now walk your right fingers to the right side and sweep your left arm over the head. Exactly. So the hand that is down is close to the toes. If you would like to make it harder, walk the bottom arm even more farther away onto the right side. Keep the left elbow straight. And switch to the other side. Hop onto your heels and then sway your hips to the right, feet to the left. Place the left hand down on the ground and sweep the right arm over the head. Maybe walk the fingers even more to the side. Breathe into every corner. And then release. Let's just sweep the the legs forward. Roll a little bit more forward to your mat. Extend the arms forward and let's master step by step this movement of rolling down using our core. So prepare a strong core and start to place your tailbone down, lower spine down, and bone by bone your middle spine, upper spine, shoulders, and head as the last one. Extend your arms back. Take your heels gently in. Lift your hips up, baby bridge. Three more breaths here. Keep energy between your knees, between your thighs, so you don't move your knees, but there is the feeling of squeezing into the center line. And then lower the upper spine, middle spine, and the lower spine down. Let's finish the way we began. So take your knees in, place your hands on your kneecaps and start to circle your knees outside wide. And then bring to the inside, to the center, and again. Reverse the circles to the other direction. And take your knees to the center. Drop your knees to the left. Extend your right arm to the right side. Anchor your right elbow down. Keep the head wherever it feels comfortable. So for some, it will feel better to look up towards the ceiling. For others, it will feel better to look over to the right. Or maybe you will close your eyes if you wish. Come back through center and then drop your knees to the right. Left elbow to the left. Keep the left shoulder heavy. It doesn't matter if the left shoulder is touching the ground or not. Eventually, it will get closer to the ground or even touch finally down. But right now, just think about keeping it heavy. You can place right palm on your left outer thigh to anchor your legs down. Let's step to Shavasana. Roll through center. If there is anything you need to do before going into relaxation, then go ahead. Maybe take blankets or socks. We will finish with short Shavasana together. Open your palms. Spread your legs a little bit wider. Actually, as wide as you are willing to go. Allow your toes to splay out. Maybe lift your shoulders for a second and shimmy your shoulders a little bit more underneath you to open nicely across your torso. And when you are ready, start to relax your body more and more. It's almost as though you are melting your muscles towards the ground. Today's practice was all about easing into the journey, easing into our practice of yoga. Allow yourself to feel centered right now, well balanced, making every moment feels right. Breathe your natural breath. There is no need to shape it in any way. It's enough that you observe your breath as it flows in and out. Don't feel pressure to go hard. Feeling as though our spirit would like to fly. Feeling soft, at ease. No rush at all. Establishing this relaxation as the biggest power of your yoga practice. Trusting that the magic and the healing is in the slowing down. Make sure that you are not holding on to any tension across your jaw, cheeks, forehead. Soften the neck and your shoulders. With no rush, visit your body from toes to crown. Scanning your palms, scanning your feet. Find all the places where it feels good to be alive. I will hold you here for about 2 more minutes and then I will wake us up. As always, if you would like to stay longer in Shavasana, of course, do. Otherwise, if you feel ready, then start to move your fingers, move your toes and ankles, move your wrist, rock your head heavily from side to side. Wake up your body, make bigger movements, arms and legs. Stretch it out. Maybe even stretch your jaw, make a side out. And in your own way, in your own timing, come back to the seated position.